Welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, and welcome back to the Kingdom of Ireland. Things are looking quite nice. I do like taking a zoomed out look here, and then just taking everything in. Also, this little rebellion, it's Sweden. Well, I guess it's Sweden. It's nice to see as well. Now, a few things to cover in this episode. Firstly, I have decided to turn on the music and just put it a bit quieter in the background, just because when editing the last few episodes, I thought it was a bit too quiet in places. So, if the music is too loud or interfering, make sure to tell me in the comments below. But, getting into the episode, I want to show you guys something very interesting, as one of you guys pointed out in the comments on the last one. If we go ahead and look at my daughter, we already know she is Orthodox Irish. And we already know that her husband is Orthodox Norse. However, if we look at their son, he's actually Orthodox Greek. And of course, this guy here is actually in line to inherit the Kingdom of Ireland. So in the future, we could see some maybe Irish-Greek culture being formed. I would definitely be open to that because, of course, we do roleplay each character as we play as them. So interesting things could be happening. And, of course, they're also, if we go ahead and look at these guys, and we go all the way down here, they own this county here in the Byzantine Empire. And they have quite the military strength. 9,000 special soldiers. That's a lot. Now, we didn't actually land these guys because I went back and checked the episodes. We've always fought against the invaders. We've never actually landed them. So I'm not quite sure how this guy managed to land himself. It still intrigues me now. But yeah, this is something interesting to keep an eye on in the future. But right now, we need to focus our attention towards England, or more specifically, if we go ahead and look at our courtiers, I want to see if anyone has a claim that we could push. Now, unfortunately... Oh, we really don't have many courtiers, do we? We do not. She might leave soon. She doesn't have any claims. My marshal has no claims. My archbishop has no claims. Does she have any claims? I'm not sure if anyone actually has any claims here. No. So no one here, unless... Do we have filters applied? We don't have any filters applied. Shouldn't all of my champions be listed here as well, and my children? Maybe it's because we put guest here. How many champions? I only have 6 champions. Ah, it's because of vassals and things now, right? So everyone goes to other people's courts and stuff. Why are we forcing him to be a champion? Just allow. There we go. Maybe there was something in the past there that we forgot about. So we don't really have anyone in our court where we can push claims. However, maybe we have some vassal claims that we can push. So if we go to wars we can declare war against the petty queen of Lancaster. She has the title Impaler. Now, Duke Cadell's claims here. Let's see. Duke Cadell is a vassal in Wales. So we could go ahead and push his claims because he has a claim on the earldom of Shropshire, but also the earldom of Derby. Now, we could push his claim on the earldom of Derby because we don't have a truce against them, whereas we do have a truce against England. Let's go ahead and look at Lancaster. Only 800 men, and their allies only have 500, so I think this could be a very easy war to push as well. Of course, we're not going to get involved in the independence war either up in Sweden. Do I not have a military banner down here? Oh, I do. There it is. It's already set up nicely as well. So, we're going to start off this episode. We're currently in February, so we are going into spring. Wrong menu. Let's go ahead and start off the episode by taking some land from Lancaster here and giving it to Duke Cadell. So, if we click this, the Earldom of Derby, Duke Cadell III gains a contested title. So, he gets the Earldom of Derby. We get a weak hook on him. We gain some fame. And this guy just gained some increased land. So it's going to cost us prestige, but we have plenty. So let's go ahead and declare this war. There we go. This looks to be good. We're definitely helping our vassals here. They should like us more as well. Let's go ahead and raise all of our armies. It's going to raise them as 2 armies. That's fine. The Outer Hebrides is under siege. Okay, that's in the Isles. Yeah, we're not going to be dealing with that. Hopefully we lose this war. We have a lot of men here. Let's see. This army here, if you go ahead and siege the capital, and then where's Derby? This is Derby. If we go ahead and siege the war target, that should help us win the war somewhat smoothly. They're going to siege this in 9 months. I think that's fine. This is going to be sieged in 7 months, 9 months, 8 months. Yeah, this should be done, and then we can go ahead and defend this. So it's all looking good. We're going to war. One thing I haven't heard for a while is the war music in the background. It does sound good, doesn't it? I do like it. It's just that sometimes in editing, it was kind of hard to hear me with the war. Now, we do have a diplomacy perk available. Let's see. Close family opinion plus 15, or each friend adds minus 5% stress gain. The way that we play, we shouldn't gain too much stress anyway. So I think close family opinion plus 15 is a very nice way to go here. So let's go ahead and do this. We could also befriend someone. Maybe we could befriend an ally down here? This is curious. A bit of lag there. We could befriend Sweden, although we want Sweden to be out. I don't want to befriend England because we are looking to expand a little bit. Now, of course, when we die, our lands are going to fracture, but at least our dynasty will control Wales and stuff. Maybe Brittany we could become friends with. Also, the King of West Francia could be a strong, powerful friend as well. In fact, I think I am going to try and befriend King Alphonse here of West Francia. He could be a very strong ally, and he's not allied to the English. In fact, the English have 0 allies. So let's go ahead with that one. 4 months left on this siege, so let's go ahead and unpause the game there. Of course, sieging does take pretty much an entire year. So even though we started this war in February, already we're in the middle of summer. Now, task finished. Archbishop Flangchad of Ireland finished the convert faith. So up here now, this should be Irish insularism. Speaking of which, we have something to do with this as well this episode. My wife here gained the trait gregarious. So she should have 4 traits now. Grenier enjoys spending time with other people. There we go. Now, one thing I did consider, if we go to my daughter, of course, we can't even invite her to court, actually, because she's too far away. That's fine. Right. But one thing I did want to check as well is all of my vassals' religions. So he's Irish Insularist. He is Irish Insularist. You're Irish Insularist. You're Irish Insularist. And just see if there's anyone we need to ask to convert. All of these guys are actually looking to be Irish. You're Insular. There we go. So this is a new vassal. Let's see. She has a stutter. You're also my Chancellor. Maybe I can demand conversion here. She has a 100% chance to accept. We could use a hook, but there's no point to that. So let's go ahead and demand conversion. So she converts to our religion. You're already Irish Insularist. That's good. It's all looking good. All of our vassals, apart from one, already belong to our faith here. So if we look at this, it is all slowly converting, which is nice. It's all going to be messed up when my daughter inherits, but that's fine. We have to go along with it. And there we go. Greetings, my benign liege. I have decided to follow you into the light and convert to Irish Insularism. Blessed be God. There we go. That makes me very happy. Oh dear. Beyond boundaries. Damn Mormer Cormac and his thieving lackeys. My Chancellor stutters out the message that, with bold-faced goal, those thugs coerced the common folk of Dublin into surrendering wealth that was meant to go to me. They're stealing directly from the King's lands? I mean, Dublin's the capital of Ireland. Wow. Chiefess Catriona has my functionaries poised to collect our usual fees, but already I foresee the widows wailing, children starving, and poor families being cast from their homes. 1,000 curses upon Mormer Cormac's greedy soul. He and his retainers, the vile robbers, grow more infamous by the day. Oh, he's a giant. where are your lands? Ah, up here. Okay, right. You've been stealing to me. My personal feuds are not my people's. You gain the merciful with taxes for 10 years. So we gain plus 10 popular opinion. However, we're losing minus 20% taxes. He has cancer. Okay, so he's not going to be... Yeah, his health is poor. However, I'm not happy with you. Right, my personal feuds are not my people's. That is correct. Let's pause the game. However, a personal feud is a personal feud. Now, we can't challenge... I'm going to challenge you to a board game. Wager fame. Although, he has very good stewardship, very good prowess. Whereas I... if I can click on the right thing. I have very good diplomacy and nothing else. And last time the board game wasn't looking so good. Oh no, I've just lost a character. He's somewhere up here, right? This guy, there we go. I'm going to challenge him to a board game for fame. I want to embarrass him here. So let's go ahead and challenge him. And I'm not happy about him stealing from my lands. We're going to make that clear and try and humiliate him in front of his people, in front of his vassals. And there we go, the greatest game. So once again, it's martial intrigue and prowess. Oh dear. Mormar takes a seat opposite me. Our little game of Hnefataful is about to begin, and a scornful smirk tells me exactly how confident my acquaintance is. He goes first, opening with a robust attempt at a coherent strategy. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. You know, they tell me I need books to prove my smartness. Pontificates my opponent, but I think it's pretty clear right now that I'm not such a lout. So, robust. So he obviously went for prowess. Now, I forget which counters which. Ah, there was a way to see this somewhere. Aha, here. So, prowess is countered by martial. So I think he's gone for prowess. So maybe my martial mind makes me unbeatable. I do wonder, could we be a bit crafty here? And change my wife to... oh, she's only going to give me one chivalry anyway. Yeah, let's not do that. It feels a bit cheaty. My martial mind makes me unbeatable. Let's see. Our match marches on. Cormac continuing with a decent move and a firm grip. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. If war was as easy as Hnefataful, I'd rule the world by now, laughs my opponent. But then that's just me. What does this counter? Prowess counters intrigue. Continues with a decent move and a firm grip. I think he's gone prowess again. I play Hnefataful like I fight, savagely. Our match marches on, Cormac continuing with several well-executed adaptive strategies. Naturally, my techniques cunningly foil my opponent. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. Do you think they appoint some kind of king of games? Queries my opponent, scratching his chin. I feel like I'm working towards that title already, you see? No, we're the king of games. Several well-executed adaptive... Okay, so he's gone martial. So if we go intrigue, I think we can counter him here. Innocent whistling. Let's see. Our match marches on. Cormac continuing with a decent move and a firm grip. Naturally, my techniques cunningly foil my opponent. We're neck and neck and the game is rapidly coming to a head. This game's much longer than the other one. If war was as easy as Hnefataful, I'd rule the world by now, last my opponent. But then that's just me. I think he went for prowess again. So we're going to go in martial. I played like I fight savagely. Oh dear. We lost the game. Oh no. There is no greater disappointment than which I feel when staring at the pieces in this board. Our arrangement clearly dictates that I've been bested. With God as my witness, I did all I could. My palms become sweaty and my knees weak as I realise the best of my ability is simply not enough to beat Cormac. We'll see who wins next time. So I lose the match due to sudden death. Winning at a board game is accomplished in one of two ways: obtaining a dramatic lead and score over your opponent, or being the defending player if there's no clear winner after round 4. So he didn't technically win, we drew, but because he was the defender, he won. Okay, I lose the match. Becomes my rival. Oh, I do like that. Well, the better... Yes, you've made an enemy here today. He's going to become my rival because he's been stealing from my lands. There we go. I do wonder now if we go to relationships and we go to rivals, is there any new unique stuff we can do here? There's not, is there? That's a shame. I don't want to murder him. That's a bit extreme. But let's see. Let's go ahead and unpause. We're currently in a war as well. I forgot about that. Your old foe. My prisoner has died. There we go. One of our Norse prisoners died. 2 weeks left and we've completed this siege as well, which is looking nice. There we go. That siege has been completed. We also take 11 gold from that. Alliance expired with the King of Alba. Chief Desmond died. How did you die? Died in childbirth. So Feod, my son, is going to need to marry. However, Fergus finished the increased control. Nice, so that's looking good as well. White peace. The Queen of Lancaster wants white peace. Decline that one. She knows we're going to win now, you see. Let's go ahead and defend this. That should be fine. Now, Chieftain Feod II can marry. We probably want to go ahead and organise this. You have been freed as well, it seems, so I guess you paid for your crimes. Could we do some kind of alliance? Do you already have children? You already have children. So going for alliance here should be fine. Could get an alliance with Sweden. No, we can't. That's my granddaughter. You're 31. Let's go ahead and do age difference of 10 as well. There we go. Potential alliance over here. Where are these lands? No, you're a mercenary, like army, I guess. Could marry to... No, that's also the same. What about you? Do you actually have land? No, you're also a mercenary company. I might just allow him to marry himself. Allow marriage. There we go. My son is old enough to pick his own marriages now. He is 31. Although, the problem is we could marry him into a great house as well. That's the thing, but we go ahead and remove this, maybe. There's something here. Alliance power. I don't want them to be too young. That's the problem. He is 30. There might not be anything here to take advantage of right now. So I might actually just let him marry himself. There we go. I'm going to allow you to pick your wife because we don't really... We're not in a situation where a huge alliance is really needed right now, are we? So we're doing okay here. Let's go ahead and march our army to go ahead and defend this settlement. Actually, we're going to take it back now. The siege of York has been lost, but we will regain it. The siege on Lancashire is also there. And we've actually just captured a valuable hostage in this siege, so that's looking nice as well. If we recapture the North Riding, that could be good. Let's also go ahead and siege this settlement, and we should be at 100% war score anytime now. Hindering relations. I have just received the most disturbing news. My obnoxious rival Morma has been spreading false rumours about me to Alphonse, claiming that my desire to earn his trust is nothing but a cynical attempt to exploit him. Now, because we are a diplomat, we can pick this. Preposterous. Nobody would believe such lies. And Morma does spend 75 prestige. Let's go ahead and pick this one. There we go. Picking a rival is actually affecting our storyline already. Another one of my prisoners has died in my dungeons. I think we just captured her, actually. That's a shame. We'll go ahead and check our prisoners after this war has ended, of course. Another few weeks on this siege. Duke Les of Gwynedd finished the promote culture task in... Okay, nice. So everyone is back here now, it seems. One is our culture, Irish. These guys are also converting to Irish. We're going to lose the Welsh culture. Are you not Welsh? You're Welsh. So why are you converting these lands to Irish? What about your children? Your children are Welsh as well. I'm a little bit confused there. I will not lie. We'll just leave that done for a little bit. A curse undone. The twists and turns of fate have not always been to my advantage. God knows well I was cursed the day I met Morma. Today, however, that curse has been lifted. Fate has smiled upon me and brought me that lumbering swain to his grave. So he has actually died of cancer already. Not one day too soon. There we go. We lose some stress. And our rival is dead. So Morma is gone, and hopefully no more taxes will be stolen from Dublin. There we go. We managed to retake this siege. My cousin has been released from prison. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and enforce our demands here. To the sensible High King Fairchild of Ireland, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. In order to put an end to this bloodshed, I will comply with your demands. So be it. So if we zoom out here, we now own this little bit of land here, thanks to our vassal's claim. So that's nice. You can change Duke Cadell's contract. Because he's feudal, we could also use a hook to change his contract. Now, he's exempt from taxes. I think we're going to raise the levies, because levies is what we're making use of right now, because we're not feudal ourselves. So let's go ahead and modify the contract here and get some more levies contribution. That should be nice. We could also... High Chieftain Cafnir, my son. Now I did think about this a little bit. Last episode, I did dismiss someone from my council because I am just. Fairchild has a strong sense of justice, and because he is a criminal for torturing a family member, I do think imprisoning my son is the right idea, because I am just. There is a bit of an alliance issue there. However, we need to set an example. We have standards to uphold here, so let's go ahead and disband these armies here. We can't disband this one. Let's move you back down here. We're going to go ahead and disband this. Siege of Syke has been lost. We're also winning this independence war, so Sweden must have stamped them out. Freedom and friendliness. Interpreting my recent friendliness as a sign, King Alphonse has come to me with concern for one of my prisoners. It would please me greatly if you were to release my acquaintance Felgus from his dungeon cell, he says, no longer listening. Who are you? I think we just took you in a recent war, right? I think I will let him go because he's insular Irish. He's not peasant leader. He was in the peasant. I'm willing to forgive because I am just. There we go. Let's go ahead and do that. That should be fine. And I did forget to go ahead and check my prisoners. We only have one. That's a true Norse. There we go. Our dungeon's looking a bit empty. Let's go ahead and disband this army. Our gold is looking very nice. And there we go. An enjoyable evening. After learning that King Alphonse would be guesting at a manor in the castle town of Paris, I realized that it would be the perfect occasion to meet with him. By my request, I was seated next to him for the duration of dinner, and we both had a great time. I was surprised at how much we had to talk about. By the time I left, I felt as though we had known each other for a lifetime already. Such a pleasant man. There we go. We've become friends with the King of West Francia. Now, I do wonder, is that an easy way now to propose an alliance? We can't propose an alliance because we are at war. However, it doesn't opinion of me. His opinion is plus 60 because we're friends. So I guess maybe we could also learn his language. We do have another language we can learn. So let's go ahead and start learning his language here. What language is that? We can't actually see. I assume it's just French, right? De Oil Volga language. Yes, that's definitely how you pronounce that one. All good. Right. back to my son. I am going to try and imprison him. We don't have... Oh, we do have a hook. Aha! I will imprison him, and let's see what he says. Hopefully he agrees. I don't think he will, though. There we go. Greetings, my benevolent liege. Blessings upon you and your house. It seems that there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. So he does have 3,400 men. Let's rally the troops. Pause the game quickly. We are going to raise all of our men in Dublin, of course. We can't let him go here. Now, Duchess Grania of Kent, she's in a war, so we're not going to call her to this. I don't think we need to call anyone to this war. We have plenty of men that we can use. Challenge to a board game. The game didn't pause there for some reason. Greetings, my benign liege. Salutations, my fine friend. Would you care for a rousing game of her Nefertafur? So this is... There we go. Board game type. When playing a board game, different play styles counters your opponent. Countering their moves severely reduces the points they gain from them, even if successful. Skilled opponents may note your own skills and deliberately attempt to counter you. So in chess... So chess is martial, learning, and intrigue. Pachisi uses diplomacy. I wonder, how do we pick the game? Because Pachisi would be amazing, because we have insane diplomacy. Now, it's just a friendly game for opinion, so let's go ahead and accept. Chiefess Ekrad is already waiting to begin our little Nefertafur match. I need to learn how to say this. Sat waiting with a competitive grimace writ large across her features. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. Honestly, waxes my opponent, I'm impressed you're playing as well as you are, considering who you're up against. She has no prowess. So I think I might just pick the prowess. It worked in the first game. This isn't working. Arm wrestle for it. Our match marches on. Ekrad continuing with a poor play and a poorer blow. We're neck and neck, though neither of us is even close to victory. Cheer up, sour face, laughs my opponent. It's just a little game between friends, right? We're going to go for the arm wrestle again. And once again, our match marches on. Ekrad continuing with an obvious trap. Naturally, my techniques cunningly foil my opponent. I'm in the lead for now, though neither of us is even close to victory. Damnation, chuckles my friend. You don't ease up at Nefertafur for anyone, do you? If you try to move that piece, you're getting decked. That's a bit extreme. And it seems we are on turn 4. So if we don't win this turn, or if my opponent doesn't win, I think we get the win. Because we're the defender, right? Our match marches on. Ekrad continuing with a poor play and a poorer blow. Naturally, my techniques cunningly foil my opponent. I'm beating her handily, and this game is rapidly coming to a head. My opponent says nothing, simply drumming her fingers against the table in a fit of pique. Let's go ahead and stab the board. And there we go, we win the game. With a smug smile, I place my final piece upon the board. This game of Let's actually try and read it right. Nefertafur. Hefertafur. I'm just going to call it Nefertafur from now on. Is mine. Another fine victory on my indisputable rise towards the role of King of Games. I would really like to become King of Games if it's possible. Nothing but the shallow husk of a woman is left of Ekrad. She can't believe I won. Good game. I win the match. How does it feel to lose? I'd love to play again sometime. Let's see. Your opponent agrees that it was a good game. Let's see. Yeah, I'd love to play again sometime. That was a good game, and she gained some opinion of us. I'm happy with how that one went. Now, sadly, I just looked at the recording time, and I think that's it for today. So next episode, we're going to try and imprison my son, because he is a criminal. He has been torturing prisoners. And let's see, we'll also see if this independence war plays out. However, it looks like Sweden are very much winning. So Sweden's not going anywhere anytime soon. But that's it for today. I will be back on Monday with the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.